I was talking to a cabbie, always interesting to hear what cabbies have got to say, in Colorado, the United States. And he was paying out on Trump in the way, with all the lines that we hear as to why Trump's no good. I politely said to him, if I were an American, I'd be deeply offended by the way in which the Democratic machine hid the truth about Joe Biden's cognitive capacity from the public and only owned it and took action when it was undeniable in that debate. How well do you think that aspect is playing out in the American mind?
The fact that Biden was a terrible,
the fact that the Democrat machine, let's face it, there's no other way of putting it. They hid the truth about his real capacity. I don't see how you can avoid that conclusion.
Sure they did. But I mean, you can look at this from different perspectives. You can say, they were going to do this so they could avoid Kamala from competing in a primary. Let's put that as a possibility. 2, and depends on who they is. If they are Obama wanted to have another person that he can control for this next round of, White House, where he can still get all the benefits from the White House. Because, hey, put all the people that used to report to me under you behind closed doors. They have a meeting with Biden, and then afterwards, hey, Brock, let me tell you what just happened. Hey, Brock, can I talk to you? Hey, let me call Joe real quick. I have a conversation with him. So he wants another one of those things, right? If that's him. So they thought maybe Trump's not even going to make it. Maybe Trump's going to get killed. Maybe Trump's going to get assassinated. Maybe someone's going to take him out. Maybe all of this was all a plan to know that it was going to be a slam dunk victory for them. Maybe they thought things were going to be in shambles today. You said 3 assassination attempts. Maybe they thought it was going to be in shambles today, that was going to be a walk in the park. Kamala Harris is the president. Maybe that was their plan. Maybe. I'm not saying it was. Maybe that was their plan. And now they're panicking. They thought it was going to be a lot easier than this. Now they're sitting there saying, what do we do now? This is not good. People are actually liking this guy. People actually want him to come in here. What are we going to do? The fear of losing control to him is a scary sight. And now, about a month after Tucker Carlson got fired from Fox News, this is May, June of last year, I said alliances are being made. And I said this on podcasts and multiple interviews on different podcasts. I said, I believe there's an alliance being made with Trump, Tucker, and Musk. And I said, Musk is going to be the tipping point. At the time, Musk was not pro-Trump. Musk and Trump had a problem together. Trump even called him something. He said he's a bullshit artist. Behind closed doors, he said this and that. He's a bullshitter, all this stuff, right? They had feud. And what happened all of a sudden? An alliance happens with Tucker and Elon. Then an alliance happens with Tucker and Trump. It was always there, but it got even stronger. Then all of a sudden, Elon brings Trump on X, interviews him, gets nearly 1 billion views. Are you kidding me? And then he says, I'm going to give you $45 million a month for the rest of the 4 months, not to him, but to Super PAC. And then now he's saying he's going to go out there and campaign for him, and he speaks at Butler or whatever the city was. I believe it was Butler. So now you got Elon. Now Trump just said he's going to agree on going on Rogan to do the podcast with him most likely next week. Wait, you got Tucker, Elon, you got all these guys supporting, everyone's coming together. You got RFK, Bobby on the other side. You got Vivek, you got J.D. Vance, you got Peter Thiel. Are you serious? Yes. You just had the Border Patrol unions. You just had the fact that 97% of the money they give to Democrats, the union that they've had, they're now saying they're not going to be voting for anybody. They're not taking a position. Yes. They haven't seen something like this in a while. And the November 5th could be very likely, not saying it's going to be. If things go the way they are like this for Kamala, you're going to know who the winner is very early on November 5th. You're not going to have to wait too long. It could happen like this. Boom. And they can't play any games. And it's over. And if you thought in 2016, where everybody was crying, berserk, emotional, losing their minds, this is going to be that times 10 if it happens this year on November 5th. You're going to see more videos going viral of people crying like never before. And they're going to ask themselves, how did this happen? But it's called, people are sick of it. They're seeing through your bullshit. They believed you during COVID. They realized you were playing games. They gave you a chance. They realize you're just trying to take advantage of them. And this whole globalist agenda that you got, people are not for. They don't want you to get into their business. And that's becoming evident. But this is going to be a very next 24 days. Every day they have to stay paranoid that anything is possible. You can't be too cocky. You can't be too confident. You can't be too arrogant. You have to stay very paranoid until November 5th when they say he's the winner. Till then, no celebrations, no arrogance, nothing. Just keep campaigning to see what happens by November 5th.